Today God blessed me with a beautiful elk. If you're willing and obedient, you shall eat of the finest of the land.
In some places, what kind of cars you have in your garage determine social status.
With the bow, huh?
With my bow.
50 yards running, huh?
Yeah, he was trotting.
Here in Montana, it's determined by what else you have in your garage.
Your first bull with a bow?
Yeah.
So like a lot of Montana boys, I've spent many a moon chasing the wily wapiti, driving hundreds of miles, hiking dozens of miles, setting paths with my GPS through country that is seldom hunted. And it's all been a blast. But this year, God kind of brought an elk my direction. The only problem, it was a really long shot. But in my hand here, you see my Weatherby Ultralight 270, and it can reach out and touch somebody, and an elk is a big target. So I was able to take this elk down, but it was across 2 branches of a river. So then the fun began.
Fresh Montana elk. Well, it was between 14 and 20 degrees as I came across the river yesterday. At 14 degrees, it freezes very rapidly, so I got them close to the heat to kind of thaw out. Now, the skinning process, yeah, you just want to do it in a clean fashion, kind of pulling and cutting at the same time and getting that skin off. I've always believed that it's important to keep the hair away from the meat because I've been told that the hair can somewhat contaminate. Although sometimes I will take a good patch of elk hair for my fly tying, and it makes a good buoyant material for flies. I make no pretense of being an excellent butcher or meat processor. This video is more to give you an idea of the color of Montana life and getting an elk, bringing it across the river. And now everybody's got their thought on this. Me, I use this thick glove because I've got an extremely sharp knife. And yeah, we know all about cut away from yourself and everything, but this thick glove allows me to be a little more close to the knife without concern of making a 3/8 of an inch cut with one slip. Skinning this baby out. Then we'll clean it up and cut it up and eat. Amen. I've been told this outer membrane can lead to a gamey taste, so I normally try to peel this off somewhat. But if nothing else, it'll be less tough, sinewy stuff when it comes to putting the meat in your mouth. Now, rather than dull my $29 field saw I bought yesterday, I'm going to use my good old Sawzall to get this off. When you're not a great butcher, you utilize the skills that you do have, and I am a good carpenter and know that a Sawzall is useful for many things, so bam! I got the big hairy leg off of there so I can process this without doing a bunch of hair. Now it's time to clean this up. For that, I'm just using a rag and water. Keeping it nice and simple. A lot of people age their meat, and yeah, sometimes I hang up a carcass for a while, but I didn't have a carcass to bring in this time. I had to bring this baby across the river, so I figured I'm just gonna process it as soon as possible. They do say the muscle lines come apart a little easier if you age it a bit, but now you can kind of see the muscle lines here. Even if you don't know exactly what you're doing, some good common sense principles will take you a long way. Like the proverb says, the sluggard doesn't even take care of what he took in hunting, but the righteous man prizes his possessions and takes care of things. So yeah, just take care of it. If you're the type of person that takes the eggshell out of your egg while you're cooking it, you can probably do this. Right now I'm just using a little paper towel to take anything that looks unappetizing or like a hair or dirt after it for a final cleaning. Okay, this is a beautiful portion. Like I'll get my don't cut myself glove on here and go ahead and go after that. Ooh, look at that. Is that a beautiful roast or what? I know there's shows on YouTube that have professionals with professional knives slicing it like they've been doing it all their life, which they probably have, but this is maybe good for a guy that feels like maybe he can't even do it, but can watch another novice do it and maybe figure it out himself. Oh boy, that's going to be a beautiful chunk of meat. I'm kind of following the natural lines here to end up with a cohesive and beautiful piece of meat here. Whoa, look at that baby. That is going to be a nice roast. If somebody's being paid $200 to debone your elk, do you think they're going to do a more thorough job, or you who's actually going to eat the meat?
Salted herb butter.